Guys, welcome to Chapter 10, Section 7, which is the addition rule of probability. There are two addition rules, addition rule number 1 and addition rule number 2. The difference between the addition rules is whether the events are mutually exclusive or the events are not mutually exclusive. Now, let's understand what mutually exclusive represents. Two events are mutually exclusive if they cannot both occur at the same time. That is, the events have no outcomes in common. For example, two events are mutually exclusive if one event and the other event cannot happen simultaneously. You cannot be 30 years old and 18 years old at the same time. That is mutually exclusive. You cannot be at home right now in New York City and at the same time be in outer space. Those events are mutually exclusive because they both cannot occur at the same time. When the events are mutually exclusive, we are using addition rule number 1, which states, when two events A and B are mutually exclusive, the probability that A or B will occur is the formula below. The probability of A or B equals to the probability of A plus the probability of B. Remember, the word or indicates addition. So because I have the word or right here, I know I am adding those probabilities for both of the events. Here's an example of us using the addition rule, or addition rule number 1, where the events are mutually exclusive. A single card is drawn from a standard deck of cards. Find the probability that it is a king or a 7 card. So these are my kings right here. These are my 7s. We want to find the probability that the card is a king or a 7. Looking at king and looking at 7, those are values. These two cards have nothing in common with each other in terms of its values. There is no 7 that are also a king, and there is no kings that are also 7s. Therefore, these events are mutually exclusive. They have nothing in common with each other. So let's use addition rule number 1 to find a probability of a king or a 7 that equals to the probability of a king plus the probability of a 7. How many kings are in my deck? There's a total of 4 kings in my deck out of 52 cards. So the probability of selecting a king is 4 out of 52. Plus, now the probability of selecting a 7. There are 4 7s in my deck. So the probability of having a 7 is also 4 out of 52. 4 out of 52 plus 4 out of 52 is 8 out of 52. You must reduce your fractions, so we're going to divide the numerator and denominator by 4. Eight divided by 4 is 2. 52 divided by 4 is 13. The probability that a card is a king or a 7 is 8 out of 52, which is reduced to 2 over 13. We can also count the cards as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are 8 total cards out of 52. All right, guys. That is it for mutually exclusive events when you're using the addition rule. Hope that made sense. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.